Good morning, everybody. We are the last group, and we are assigned to report about symbolism arts. By the way, before we start, my name is Darwin, and I'm gonna show you first what is symbolism all about. So, what is symbolism? Symbolism is an art or practice of using symbols, especially by investing things with a symbolic meaning, or by expressing the invincible or intangible by means of visible or sensuous representations. It was created as a reaction to art movements that depicted the natural world realistically, such as Impressionism, Realism, and Naturalism. Now, let's move on to the characteristics of symbolism art. Symbolist painters use a wide variety of subjects, including heroes, women, animals, and landscapes. They typically gave the subjects deep meanings such as love, death, sin, religion, or disease. After knowing the symbolism definition and its characteristics, now let's look at some of the example given to us by Miss Benelin.
Thanks, Darwin. We already done tackled the meaning and characteristic of symbolism art. Now, let's proceed to the examples of symbolism art. As the name of the art movement implies, the painting display objects, symbols that represent abstract ideas. The death of the grave digger that symbolizes death is one of the best examples of symbolism art. It was painted by Emile Martin Charles Wabe, also known as Carlos Wabe. He was a Swiss symbolist painter and a printmaker. In this painting, the black dress and wings of Angel of Death contrast with the white background of the snow-covered graveyard. The green light she holds most likely represents her soul. Surrounding the grave where the old man had been standing and which will be his ultimate resting place, there is a growing grass. It symbolizes the start of a new life while another is ending. Next is Jan Turok, who was a Dutch-Indonesian painter who worked in various styles including symbolism, art nouveau, and pointillism. His early work was influenced by the Amsterdam Impressionism movement. In Jan Turok's 1893 famous artwork, The Three Brides, he uses figure of brides as a symbols of three states of soul. The bride in the center represents innocence. She torn between the spirituals represented by Madonna-like bride on left and evils, the satanic bride adorned with skulls. The artwork is packed with variety of symbols, including the bed of thorns that symbolizes the difficulties of existence, and the ball of blood, the symbol of passion. The next famous symbolism artist was Gustav Klimt. He is an Austrian symbolist painter whose primary subject was the female body. In this painting, death is personified in the tradition Grim Reaper, looking down on a life represented by all ages, including a mother, grandmother, and a baby. They're all huddled together, making a monolith of life. The Grim Reaper is wearing a robe covered with crosses to symbolize death. In contrast, the women on the other side are sleeping on a flower bed as a symbol of beauty and youth. Another famous symbolism painting is The Sin by German artist Franz Stuck, and it was painted in 1893. As you can see, Eve's gaze towards us and the serpent around her torso, which usually a symbol of her seduction. And that's all for my report for today. Please stay tuned because Rina will explain the different symbols used in arts.
Why are symbols used in arts? Symbols is something that stands for or suggests something else. It represents something beyond literal meaning. In literature, a symbol can be a word, object, action, character, or concepts that embodies and evokes a range of additional meaning and significance. For example, in his poem Fire and Ice, Robert Frost utilizes symbolism to indicate to readers how the world may be destroyed. Fire symbolizes destructive and consuming emotions such as jealousy, desire, power, anger, and impulsivity. Ice, it symbolizes withholding emotions such as hate, indifference, loneliness, and isolation. What are some examples of symbols? Black, it symbolizes to represent death or evil. 3. Represent growth, nature, stability, and eternal life. O. This represents wisdom and intelligence. Heart is love, compassion, and health. And red can symbolize blood, fashion, danger, or immoral character. And rainbow, it symbolizes hope, promise, and equality.
And that ends our report about symbolism art. Thank you.